King Dara had given Princess Serena one warning, and he had made it very clear. Lose the golden ball through carelessness, and every comfort goes with it. Serena remembered the warning. She just did not remember to be careful. The golden ball was Serena's favorite thing in the world. It was bright, beautiful, and unlike most people, it never argued with her. Then, one hot afternoon in the forest, Serena tossed it a little too high. The ball slipped from her reach, rolled toward an old black fountain, and vanished. Serena cried, "No, absolutely not. That is not where it belongs." A voice answered, "Fair point. And yet, here we are." Serena turned toward the voice. A frog rose from the fountain, green, glossy, and looking mildly disappointed in the whole world. Serena said, "You talk." The frog replied, "And you shout. Shall we continue, or would you like your ball back?" Serena asked, "You can get it?" The frog said, "I live here. I do have the advantage." Then he floated closer and said, "I should warn you, I do not rescue treasured royal objects for free." Serena said, "I'll give you pearls." The frog said, "No." Serena tried, "Bracelets." The frog said, "No." He said, "If I fetch your ball, you must let me be your companion. I will sit beside you, eat from your plate, drink from your cup, and rest where you rest." Serena thought for a moment and said, "Yes, of course, gladly." The frog said, "That was very quick." Clearly he did not believe her. Even so, he disappeared beneath the water. A moment later, he burst back up with the golden ball. Serena snatched it and cried, "My beautiful ball." The frog said, "There, now then, about our arrangement." Serena said, "Oh, that was fountain language. Forest promises do not count in the palace." And Serena ran. Serena had underestimated one thing. A frog with wounded pride can be alarmingly hard-working. He crossed the road, rode beneath a cabbage cart, hopped onto a milk cart, and finally made it to the palace. At the gate, he announced himself. The guard laughed. So the frog stayed right in the middle of the path until the whole palace heard the rumor. At luncheon, Serena sat beside King Dara, certain yesterday's trouble was over. Then she heard it. The frog called, "Princess Serena, I have arrived to discuss fraud." King Dara looked at his daughter. The king asked, "Why is there a frog at my table accusing the princess of dishonesty?" Serena told the truth. King Dara said, "A promise remains a promise, even when it embarrasses you," Serena replied. "Yes, father," the frog added. "For the record, I also accept apologies in bread." The king said, "Then you shall have both." Before Serena could lift him, the frog climbed right onto the table. Lunch resumed. The frog praised the rolls, insulted the peas, and admired the cream. Then he said, "Much better than pond flies." Serena barely touched her meal. After lunch, King Dara gave one final order. He said, "You will keep your promise fully." Serena answered, "Yes, father." She sounded obedient. She was not. Serena whispered to the frog, "I'm going to keep this promise so exactly that you regret it." Back in her room, she began her revenge. She placed the frog on a velvet stool and called it a throne. She set a silver finger bowl before him and called it a private pond. She fed him lettuce ribbons and tucked him into an embroidered slipper for bed. When she served broth in a perfume cap, he drank it anyway. By evening, Serena was exhausted. She asked, "How are you still cheerful?" The frog replied, "I'm not cheerful, I'm persistent." Night fell, and the candles burned low. The frog said, "I'm tired. You promised I should rest where you rest." Serena said, "I have spent the entire day regretting that promise." The frog replied, "Nevertheless." Serena said, "By the wall." The frog said, "By the bed." Serena grabbed the frog and cried, "Oh, enough!" At that exact moment, the golden ball rolled off the bed and bounced toward the fire. For one sharp second, Serena had to choose. The ball flashed toward the coals. The frog twisted in her hands. If she threw him now, he would hit the old moon mirror beside the bed. Serena turned in anger, then saw herself in the mirror, proud, furious, ridiculous, and suddenly something shifted. She let the golden ball go, and instead of throwing the frog, she threw herself toward the wall to shield him. The mirror cracked open. Moonlight flooded the room. Light burst through the glass. The mirror shattered, and the frog went still in Serena's hands. When she looked again, a young man stood before her. He said, "That was more complicated than I remember." Serena whispered, "You were the frog." He said, "Yes, and now I am Prince Leo again." Serena asked, "How?" So Leo told her. Years ago, an old woman had come to his father's hall asking for food and shelter. Young Leo had laughed at her. She was a witch, and she cursed him. Leo said, "Because I judged worth by beauty and obedience, I was turned into something ugly and ignored. A frog." Then Leo said, "The curse would break only when a spoiled princess kept her promise, saw herself clearly, and chose someone else over the glittering thing she loved most." Serena gave a small laugh, then remembered the fountain, the lies, the luncheon, the slipper, and the perfume cap soup. She said, "I am sorry I lied, broke my promise, mocked you, and tried to make kindness unbearable." Leo replied, "That is an excellent apology." The next morning, the palace woke in astonishment. A prince sat beside Princess Serena at breakfast. King Dara heard the entire story in silence. Then Leo said, "Your Majesty, I came to your house as a frog because I had no choice. I stand here now as a man because your daughter chose rightly. If she is willing, I ask for her hand." King Dara asked, "Well?" Serena said. "Yes." King Dara smiled. He said, "Then you have my blessing. But neither of you will ever again treat promises like decorations." By noon, a splendid coach stood ready in the courtyard. Felix saw Leo and cried, "My lord." He rushed forward in joy. Leo hugged him, Serena smiled, and the coach rolled toward Leo's kingdom, and Serena never again treated a promise as a light thing. Because a true heart keeps its word, learns from its pride, and looks beyond appearances. Subscribe to Tattle for more fun, magical, and meaningful stories.